Hey, friends. So, this spring is unlike any spring I have had in recent memory. And it all comes down to two things: pace and intention. If we haven't met, I am Suzanne. I am a wife, mom, boss, and author of the book Wired to Lead. And I help women juggle faith, family, career, and leadership. So, in the past year, I've gone through a massive transition. I left my full time media career of 30 years and I went into leading some leadership organizations and my own businesses. Now, I'm not going to say my life is now stress free. I'm running businesses after all, but I have been able to take control of my own schedule and pace. And in that, I have noticed things I haven't noticed in years or ever. For example, I live in Atlanta. There are beautiful flowers that come out every spring that I haven't noticed until this year. And there are things I'm noticing about myself too. Now, what I'm describing has not been an easy thing. It has taken intention. And that's what I'm going to be talking about this week when my new blog drops: being intentional with your pace, and some life lessons I've learned about how to even do that when you are stressed and going. Because face it, as wife, moms, and bosses, we are always going. Can't wait to dive into this with you all week. I'll be doing that right here and again on the blog at SuzanneNadell.com. I'll see you later. Women doing the work, but often not getting the leadership roles. Conversation isn't new, but it's necessary. During Women's History Month, I was featured in an article talking about something that many women of faith quietly carry. You're already leading, but not recognized as a leader. The gap between contribution and opportunity, it's real. And often when women do get the opportunity, the culture and the systems aren't in a place where she'll thrive. It's one of the reasons why I wrote my book, Wired to Lead. And also one of the reasons why we're gathering for a virtual conference of She Leads Church. She Leads Church is an organization that supports Christian women who lead in the church, at work, at home, or know they're wired to lead and aren't getting that opportunity. You don't need permission to step into what God has already put inside of you. Comment lead and I'll send you the article, and it's got all the information you need. And if we haven't met, I'm Suzanne. I'm a wife, mom, boss, author of the book Wired to Lead, and I'm here to help you juggle faith, family, and career. I'll see you later. I can't be the only one feeling this way this week. I'm joining you from my car as I wait for a 4:50 in the afternoon coffee pickup because I am utterly exhausted. It could be the time change, but I celebrated the time change, so I really don't want to say it's the time change. It could be the pollen, but I'm celebrating the flowers, so I really don't want to blame the flowers. It could be that I started physical therapy and that hurts. I'm going for my lower back, but in fixing my lower back, it requires working on everything else, so the rest of my body hurts. Like I told the guy today, I said, my lower back doesn't feel as bad because everything else hurts worse. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe it said, I don't know. Let me know. I just wanted to do a little late in the week check-in and see if I was the only one feeling this way. You feeling it too or not? Let me know. Nice chatting with you. I'll see you later. It's amazing what you can do when you follow that nudge. Y'all, tonight I want to take you back to 2021. It was probably one of my most challenging years ever. We thought 2021 was going to be the brightest year coming off of COVID. 2021 was not that. But there was something that got me through, something that brought me to these back deck chats. At the end of 2020, I decided to finally follow the nudge and write a book. And you know what was amazing? Everyone's like, how did you do that? It's what got me through one of the most challenging years of my life. Many authors, they imagine they write a book, they're going to get a deal, it's all going to happen real fast. For me, that wasn't the case. I was determined to do it through traditional publishing, and it took a bit. But I grew my audience, and the right publisher and I came together. And 1 year ago today was Wired to Lead's official launch date. I wrote the book for young Christian women who are wired to lead, to know they're not alone. Newsrooms and my newsroom bosses are the heroes in this book. They were the ones who really brought me along and saw leadership in me. And over the years, I realized how beautiful it would be if some of those life lessons I learned in newsrooms, I actually learned in church. But I didn't learn in church because of my gender. So this book has two purposes. It's to challenge our thinking when it comes to embracing young Christian girls and women who are wired to lead. It's also for young women who are wired to lead. It's a handbook of sorts, those life lessons that I did learn. And the life lesson I want to share with you guys tonight is to lean in. When you lean in to where you're supposed to be, you'll be surprised at what you can do. Finally, I have an ask. If you haven't checked out Wired to Lead yet, please check it out. Especially as we're coming up to graduate time, a great book for graduates, a great gift to give to someone who is wired to lead, a great gift to challenge yourself on some of the thoughts you may have about women who are wired to lead, a great book to challenge what you may think about journalists and journalism and how it aligns with Christianity. Let me do a little spoiler alert. I believe they do align fully. And if you have read my book, I have a big request. If you don't mind leaving a review, it help more than you think. Even if it's just 2 words, great book. Thanks to Chalice Press. Thanks to all my bosses in newsrooms over the years. Thanks to everybody who encouraged me, my parents, my husband, my child. Year of Wired to Lead. My hope and prayer is that it inspires some other little girl to embrace the gifts God gave her. Those gifts are to lead. I'll see you later. I need to hear this, so I figured someone else may need to hear it too. It's okay if you got off track. It doesn't mean you have to give up. Now, this could be for anything from quiet time, exercise, work, things that you need to be doing. And overall, the message is this: you don't have to be productive all the time. And if you were less productive for a week or a few days, it doesn't mean you have lost it all and that you need to give up. It means you are probably supposed to rest. In fact, I know I'm supposed to rest. Take a break. And here's something I've learned. When I take a break, I return so much more focused. So if you are feeling behind after a week of winter break with your kids, or just taking an unexpected time off, or you just needed to not do something, it's okay. You needed it. You'll pick up where you left off. Not all is lost. I'll see you later. Here's something you probably know, but you often forget, or you ignore the fact. It's that you're loved. And when it comes to God, you don't have to do anything to earn it. We know that intellectually, but when it comes to living it out, I think women especially, we struggle. We feel the need to please, to often earn approval, to take care of everyone else and love everyone else, and forget that we are loved. At She Leads Church all year, we're talking about how we are rooted in different things. In February, being the month of love, we are talking about being rooted in love. Our monthly meetup is this Wednesday, and I am so excited to talk about what it means to live life knowing that you are rooted in God's love. And how do we show that to others? It's free, but you do have to register. You can do that at sheleadschurch.com, or drop the word love in the comments and I will make sure you get that registration link. I hope to see you there.